Hi guys and welcome back. As for today, we are going to know about the diseases related to the field crops. So without wasting much of the time, let's begin with it one by one. The first field crop is the rice. And now let's begin with its diseases. So the first disease related to the rice crop is blast. The symptoms of this disease are all aerial parts are attacked at all stages of the growth. Leaves and the neck of the panicle also get infected. Full developed spots is spindle shaped with brown margins and grey center, and the neck region is blackened and shriveled, and grain settling in these ears is either partially or completely prohibited. And to control this, field sanitation, foliar spray with blasticide at 20 ppm, Rabicide, that is 20% solution at the rate of 1.5 kg per hectare, is also done. As well as we can also grow resistant varieties. The next disease is blight. Wilting or leaf blight symptoms can be seen. Wilting occurs 3 to 4 weeks after transplanting and results in death of the plant or of the few leaves. And to control this, seed treatment is done by soaking the seeds for 8 hours in agrimsyn and Vitavax, followed by hot water treatment for 30 minutes at 52 to 54 degrees Celsius. The third disease is brown spot. The symptom of this disease is at the seedling stage, blight can be seen, and in grown up stage of the plant, brown round to oval spots on leaves, leaf sheather, sometimes on gram, as well as glumps ear never break. These all can be seen. And to control this, seed treatment with Bavestin at 2.5 gram per kg seeds can be done. Spraying copper fungicides can also be used, as well as we can grow resistant varieties. Next is foot rot. The symptom of this disease is in nursery stage, the affected seedlings are chlorotic, less healthy, and wilt from tip down can be seen, and they ultimately die. In main field, the appearance of these plants will be as they will be stray, tall, lanky tiller shows symptoms of fungal infection in collar region, and these plants die in 2 to 6 weeks. And to control this, seed treatment with Bavestin at the rate of 2 gram per kg of seed can be done. Steeping of seeds in 1% copper sulfate solution as well as 2% formalin can also be done. Now the next field crop is the wheat, and diseases related to it are, first one is rust. In rust there are 3 types, and the first one is black stem rust. The symptom of this disease is oblong reddish brown pustules can be seen on the leaves in the earlier stage, and in the later stage linear oblong dark brown to black soil appearance on same parts of the plant can be seen. To control this, we can either grow the resistant varieties, or seed treatment can be done with plant wax, which protects the plant for 7 weeks, and then we can 2 times spray with carboxin, that is 1%. Now the next kind of rust is leaf brown rust or orange rust, and the symptom of this disease is that round orange sods appears on the leaves, which will be irregularly distributed. And to control this, we can control it as I've just previously told you for the previous kind of rust. Now the third kind of rust is yellow rust or stripped rust, and the symptom of this disease is bright yellow elongated sod appears in linear rows between the veins on the leaves. And to control this, just as the previous one. Now the next is the smut, and the symptom of this disease is all spikes which get affected by this disease will form into a mass or transform into a mass which will be black powdery spores. And to control this, hot water treatment, that is, the seeds will be soaked in cold water for 4 hours, followed by dripping in hot water for 10 minutes at 54 to 56 degrees Celsius, and after that they are dried. Now the next disease is Bunt disease, and the symptom of this disease are plant ripens earlier than healthy ones and ears are dark green. And to control this, seed treatment should be done with Bennett 0.3%. Now the last disease for the wheat crop is the powdery mildew, and the symptom of this disease is grayish white powdery growth on leaves which later turn to grayish and finally they turn into black color. And to control this, foliar spray with 1% sodium thiosulfate can be done. Now the third field crop that we are going to know is the sorghum. And the first disease in it is the smut. These are of 3 types, and the first type is covered grain short smut. The symptom of this disease is disease appearance only at the time of grain formation. Most of the grain replaces by sun in infected ear. To control this, seed treatment with sulfur at the rate of 4 gram per kg of seed can be done. Bavastin can also be used for seed treatment at the rate of 2 gram per kg of seed, as well as Thiram can also be used at 2 gram per kg of seed. Now the next kind of smut is loose smut. In this, the symptom is affected plant will be stunted, more tillers are required, early flowering can be seen than the healthy plant, as well as affected ears appears like leafy and leathery structures. And to control this, just do what I've just previously told you for the previous type of smut. Now the next kind of smut is head smut. In this disease, this disease will appear at the flowering time when a sorus fully covered with grayish white membrane from leaf in place of normal inflorescence can be seen. And to control this, there is actually no satisfactory controlling measure. Now the second kind of disease is a rust. In this, the rust pustule on both surface of lower leaf being more on the upper surface can be seen. And to control this, use of disease resistant varieties is the only measure. Now the third kind of disease is downy mildew. In this, downy whitish growth on lower surface of the leaves with upper surface appearing yellowish can be seen. And to control this, grow resistant varieties as usual, or collection and destruction of the infected plant can also be done. Now the fourth one is leaf spot. The symptom will be circular spots on leaves can be seen, and to control this, foliar spray should be done with the help of Dithane M-45 at 20 days interval. Now the fourth kind of field crop is the Bajra. And the first disease that we are going to know about it is downy mildew or green ear. The symptom of this disease is infected plants tiller excessively and they remain dwarf. Foliar becomes pale and chlorotic, ears either fall or they don't actually emerge, or if formed, they are malformed to the structure and hence the name is green ear. And to control this, seed treatment with Bavastin 0.25% is recommended. but it is difficult to control. Now the next kind in this is the smut, and the symptom of this disease is that the disease becomes apparent at the time of grain setting, when few grains sporadically distributed on the ears may be replaced by oval saw which are 2 to 3 times larger than the normal grains. And to control this, there is no effective controlling measure. The third kind of disease that we can see in this are ergot. And the symptom of this disease is it appears at the flowering stage when small droplets of light honey colored dew-like substances exudes from infected spikes, which gets darker with age and change to small dark brown or grayish sclerotia, which are hard and woody and replace grains. And to control this, spraying of fungicide like Zirman etc. can be done. We can also do floating of seeds in 10% salt solution prior to sowing, because it removes sclerotia bodies. Now the next kind of field crop is the maize, and diseases related to it is the first disease that is related to it is the smut. These are of two types. First one is the common smut, and the symptom of this disease will be galls on buds, stalks can be seen, and rarely they can be seen on the leaves. And to control this, crop rotation, field sanitation, as well as we can grow resistant varieties. Now the second type of smut is the head smut, and the symptom of this disease will be floral parts covered with black powdery mass of smut spores. And to control this, crop rotation, field sanitation, as well as resistant varieties can be grown. Now the second kind of the disease is brown spot, and the symptom of this disease will be light green water soaked lesions on leaves which later turn to brown or dark brown on lower side of the leaves can be seen. And to control this, crop rotation, field sanitation, as well as resistant varieties can be grown. Now the third kind of disease will be maize mosaic, and the symptom of this disease is chlorotic leaves and stunned plant can be seen. And to control this, we need to control the insect vector by spraying of insecticide, as they cause this disease. Now the next kind of field crop that we are going to know is the cotton, and the first disease that we are going to know in this is the cotton wilt. The symptom of this disease is gradual dropping and withering of either the whole plant or only a particular branch can be seen. And to control this, seed treatment with mercurial compounds and growing resistant varieties can be done. Now the next kind of disease is anthracnose, and the symptom of this disease is infected bolls shrink and resemble cowdy and do not open properly from the bolled sheds. And to control this, seed treatment with 1% organomercurial compound at 7 gram per kg of seeds can be done. The third kind of disease is Dahiya. The symptom of this disease is older leaves show whitish growth on the underside, shed prematurely. And to control this, dusting the crops with sulfur or grow American varieties can be done. The fourth kind of disease is black arm. The symptom of this disease is all above ground parts of plant are affected. Lesions on leaves are angular and water soaked, which turn dark brown having reddish of purplish margin when old. And to control this, we need to disinfect the seeds with 1% organomercurial fungicide compounds. Now the next kind of field crop is the sugarcane, and the first disease is the red rot, which can be seen in it is the red rot. In this, the symptom is discoloration and withering of leaf. Cane can be seen. They will also shrink, as well as infected cane when split emits alcoholic smell and shows red tissues with white crossed bands. And to control this, select planting sets from healthy plants. Sanitary practices as well as growing of resistant varieties can be done. We can also dip sets in systematic fungicide solution. The second kind of disease is smut, and the symptom of this disease is growing shoot turns into a long wisp-like black growth covered by a powdery mass of black spores. And to control this, avoid planting sets from infected canes, avoid ratoon cropping, as well as pull the whips which get destroyed or infected, as they can destroy the healthy ones, as well as we can also grow the resistant varieties. Now the third kind of disease is wilt, and the symptom of this disease is cane shows gradual withering, leaves become yellow and dry, stems become light and hollow. And to control this, seed treatment with thiram or bavastin can be done. Planting healthy plants should also be practiced. Now the fourth kind of disease is the set rot. Set are primarily affected which are not after planting, before germination, or shoots may die afterwards. And to control this, plant healthy sets. Treatment with thiam or bavastin before planting can also be done. The last kind of disease in the sugarcane field crop is grassy shoot. And the symptom of this disease is excessive tillering, poor cane formation in ratoon crops, leaves are pale yellow to chlorotic. And to control this, hot water treatment at 50 degrees Celsius for 1 hour can be done, as well as we can also spray insecticides. Now the next kind of field crop is the turmeric, and the first disease that we are going to know in this is the leaf blotch. The symptom of this disease is spots on both surface of the leaves covering a large area of leaf blade, which are infected leaves, and they get reddish brown color in the later stage. And to control this, spray 3 to 4 times at 15 days interval with any copper fungicide for 1 month after planting. Now the next kind of disease is anthracnose or leaf spot, and the symptom of this disease is long brown spots with black concentric rings with gray centers can be seen, and when they are seriously affected, the leaves will get dried. And to control this, do as I previously told for the turmeric plants. Now the next kind of field crop is the groundnut, and the first disease in it that we're going to know is the Tikka or the leaf spot. The symptom of this disease is distinct dark brown leaves spot which are small to large can be seen, as well as the premature leaves get shedded. To control this, preventive sprays with organic or copper fungicides can be sprayed. We can also spray 2 to 3 times lime at 2 weeks interval, as well as we can use the resistant varieties. And the next kind of disease is wilt, stem rot or root rot. And the symptom of this disease is basal portion of stems and root is attacked, causing sudden withering. And to control this, no effective control is there, but we can also do sanitation and removal of the infected plants. The last kind of disease is the rust, and in this the symptom is small brown dusty pustules on underside of the leaves can be seen. And to control this, preventive dusting with sulfur dust spray with Dithane M-45 can be done. Now the next kind of field crop that we are going to know is the soyabeen, and the first disease in this is the bacterial leaf blight. The symptom of this disease is lesion common on leaves as yellow pustules later turn to brown, small reddish brown spots also on the pods can be seen. And to control this, seeds should be collected from healthy plants. They should be going through with seed treatment with bactericides. Now the next kind of disease is downy mildew, and the symptom of this disease is small chlorotic spots on upper surface of the leaf which later turn to grayish dark brown. Finally, downy growth on leaf undersurface can also be seen. And to control this, prophylactic spray regularly with copper or any suitable fungicide. Now the next kind of disease is dry root rot, and the symptom of this disease is small round or irregular black sclerotic on affected stems and root can be seen. And to control this, soil drenching with copper fungicides, that is Thiram, can be done. Now the next disease is the leaf spot, and the symptom of this disease is numerous typical zonate gray spots with purplish margin on leaves and other aerial parts of the plant can be seen. And to control this, preventive spray with 0.2% of Dithane M-45 can be sprayed. The next disease is the mosaic, and the symptom of this disease is mosaic mottling of leaves, reduction in size, plants will have stunt growth and few seeds are formed. And to control this, use virus-free seeds as well as use insecticide to control the insect vectors. Now the next kind of field crop that we are going to know is the mustard, and the first disease in it is the blight. The symptom of this disease is light brown and dark brown concentric rings on the leaves can be seen. And to control this, use healthy seeds. Now the next kind of disease is the downy mildew. The symptom of this disease will be thin grayish white downy growth appears on lower surface of the leaves. Upper surface will be marked with white spots. And to control this, foliar spray with 0.2% copper or any other fungicides can be done. Now the next kind of disease is the white rust, and the symptom of this disease is all parts of the plant except the roots are attacked with white pustules of various size and shapes, which are formed mainly on the lower surface. And to control this, foliar spray with 0.2% copper or any other organic fungicides can be done. Now the next kind of field crop is the sunflower, and the first disease in it that we're going to know is the leaf spot. The symptom of this disease is brown spots on leaves may appear on stems, sepals or petals. Lesion dark brown with pale margins can also be seen. And to control this, 3 times we need to do the foliar spray with 0.2% Dithane M-45. The second kind of disease is the rust, and the symptom of this disease is small reddish brown spots covered with the rusty colored dust appears first on the lower leaves. And to control this, sanitation, use of resistant varieties can be done, as well as foliar spray with copper or organic fungicides can also be done. Now the next kind of field crop is the red gram, and the first disease in it is wilt. The symptom of this disease is leaves of affected plant turn brown permanently. foliar drops and plant wilting can also be seen. And to control this, crop rotation is done for 3 to 4 years. We can also use the resistant varieties. The next kind of field crop is the Bengal gram, and the first disease that we're going to know in it is blight. The symptom of this disease is circular spots on leaves, elongated on petioles, and stalks with brown or red margin can be seen. And to control this, hot water treatment of seeds should be done. We can also spray Zineb for secondary infections. The next kind of disease is the wilt, and the symptom of this disease is leaf turn yellow and drop off permanently. And to control this, use the resistant varieties. The third kind of disease in it is the rust, and the symptom of this disease is small oval brown powdery lesions on both surfaces of the leaves can be seen. And to control this, foliar spray with Dithane M-45 can be done. Now the next kind of field crop that we are going to know is the peas, and the first disease that we are going to know in it is rust. The symptom of this disease is uridosauri are small, oval to round in shape, as well as they appear on both surfaces of the leaves, and infected leaves will fall off permanently. And to control this, spray Dithane M-45. The second kind of disease in it is the Downy mildew, and the symptom of this disease is that it will appear early on young plants in form of downy growth on the under surface of the leaves. And to control this, field sanitation as well as crop rotation can be done. We can also do the sulfur dusting, that is at the rate of 25 to 30 kg per hectare, that is 2 to 3 times in a season. The next kind of disease is the powdery mildew, and the symptom of this disease is that the disease appears on the leaves and other green parts of the plant as white powdery patches, as well as the premature leaves will fall and the poor pod formation can also be seen, and which will finally result in poor yield. And to control this, we need to do the field sanitation. Finally, our video has come to an end, and I hope you liked it. If you liked my video and find this video helpful, then please like and share this video. As for the next video, it is going to be on the pest of the crop plants. So till the next time we meet, bye bye and have a nice day.